Alright, let's take a look at the answers to the exercises. In the setup, we'll create a bunch of turtles scattered around the screen, and we've created a new property called money for each of the turtles. Here's the setup. We'll clear everything, create 40 turtles, scatter them around the screen, and give each of the turtles a random amount of money between 1 and 10. And now we're going to do this bottom wealth portion of the exercise with the repeat construct. And shortly we'll do it with the other constructs. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the turtles, but only those turtles who are below the horizon, and we're going to get the who of each one of these turtles and create a list out of those who numbers and put those who numbers into a variable called who below, which consists of the list of all the who numbers below the horizon. We'll let n be the length of that list, which is also the number of turtles below the horizon, and we'll let our subtotal wealth be 0, and we'll create a counter called I and give it a value of 0. And then we're going to repeat n times, which is the number of turtles below the horizon. And let's take a look at this more complicated construct. I will be the position in the list of who numbers, and item I will be the who number in that position, and we're going to be talking to that particular turtle with that who number. We're going to be asking it to deliver the money of that turtle, and we're going to put that money into wealth, and then we're going to put that total quantity back into the wealth. So we're adding the money of the next turtle into wealth, and we're putting that back into wealth, and we're incrementing the counter so that we'll look at the very next turtle the next time. We're going to do this n times, and finally when we're done we're going to report the wealth. Now let's try the same thing using while instead of repeat. It is almost identically the same thing. We create a list of the who numbers, we count how many turtles there are, we create the subtotal wealth, we create the counter, and the only difference here is as the counter increases, we want to make sure that it never reaches quite n, and when it does, we exit this particular loop and we immediately report wealth. So that's the only difference with this and repeat. Now for each is somewhat different. Again, we create exactly the same list and the counter and the subtotal. But now we're going, for each we'll pick out the who numbers one by one in increasing order from the bottom of the list to the top of the list, and deliver those who numbers and substitute them for where the question mark is. And then we can talk to that particular turtle with that who number, get its money, put that into wealth, and ensure the subtotal continues to rise, and ultimately deliver that quantity wealth. Now for the harder problem, which is we want the poorest of the turtles, and we want to create a list of their who numbers such that that list contains a bunch of the poorest turtles, and their total wealth is not larger than 50. We use the sort-on construct. The sort-on construct will take a look at the money, sort the turtles' money, but deliver back to us the list of turtles in sorted order from poorest to richest. So what this delivers back is not a list of who numbers, but an actual list of turtles, where the first turtle is the poorest and the last turtle is the richest. And we put that into an ordered list of turtles. Again, we have a subtotal, which we'll call total 0, and here is our who list that we're going to be building up with who numbers of the poorest ones, but only those whose total wealth accumulated is less than or equal to 50. Okay, so we're going to pick out turtles from this ordered list of turtles, and we're going to ask if the total so far plus the money of this particular turtle is less than 50, then sure, add the who number of the list back into the list, which you'll see in a moment, and add his money back into the total so that we have a running subtotal of the total wealth of this particular list. Let's take a look at this. We have the who number of that particular turtle. We're going to put that who number into the who list, and then we're going to put that at the end. Then we're going to put that back into the who list. And if this turns out to be false, that means we're about to put a turtle in that doesn't belong because he overshoots, his money overshoots the total 50, then immediately we report the who list and we're done. Let's take a look at the poorest wealth, and if we do, there is the list of the poorest of the turtles, their who numbers, listing to no more than 50 units of money.